Hey there, YouTuber, it's Luis. I hope everybody's doing well, everybody's healthy, nobody got the COVID-19. If you did, I hope you're recovering, fully recovered. And I want to say I apologize, I have not been in touch with all my wonderful subscribers here and everybody that supports this channel. I've been a little hectic lately. A couple things popped up that I really wasn't ready for, so I figured let me make a video so you guys can see what's going on and I can bring you up to speed. So, as many of you know, we got hit with a pandemic in March here in New York, and actually all over the world. But New York was pretty much put into a lockdown around the first week of March, second week of March, or something like that. It didn't impact my business greatly. Well, more so on the towing side, it did impact it, but my repair shop remained very consistent and steady with work, and I wasn't towing as much. I was focusing on the repairs because I felt that, that's what was going to keep me afloat, and it did, but something came up that I really wasn't expecting to come up, and it actually forced me to have to close my repair shop down. I can't blame it on the pandemic. It was nothing that I did wrong. It was nothing that I can control. So what ended up happening was the property that I rent from ended up selling. And there was a little bit of, excuse me, there's a little bit of deception involved with all parties involved. And pretty much the individual that I was paying my rent to was not the owner. And I've been paying him my rent for 2 years, 2+ years, on time, every time. It turns out he was actually leasing it from somebody else and then subleasing it to me without the actual property owner knowing. So I guess the guy I paid my rent to stopped paying the actual owner of the property, and the owner of the property decided to sell the building without telling anybody. Rightfully so. I don't blame him. And it's a little funny because this guy purchased the building in 2013 and he had never stepped foot in that building until May. Crazy. When you've got that kind of money, you can buy stuff without even knowing what it looks like. So anyways, the first week of May, I pretty much got a call from the new owners saying, oh, we have purchased the building, we are your new tenants, we need you, we're the new owners, we want to keep you as a tenant, but we need you to sign a triple net lease, you have to do this, do this, do this, and do that. And to sum things up, it wasn't, how can I say it, it wasn't beneficial to me. It wasn't going to work in my favor. They wanted me to do repairs to the building and fix this and fix that, when all the stuff was already damaged. When I got there, it wasn't working, and I just feel it wasn't right for me to have to invest into a property I don't own. So the other thing was they wanted me to sign a triple net lease. And if you guys are ever looking for a shop to rent or a tow yard to rent, do your research on what a triple net lease is, because it varies state by state. So here in New York, a triple net lease, it's pretty much the tenant pays a lower base rent, but they also have to pay the property taxes. Any damage, anything that goes wrong with the building while that tenant's in there, they have to cover it. And it pretty much, and they also have to pay almost like a homeowner's insurance in addition to the garage keepers, the general liability that they have. So it's a win-win for an owner of the property, but it's really not a win for a tenant, So they try and lure you in with a lower base rent, but all said and done, you're going to end up paying more money for a property, and you're going to assume most of the risk and liability. So when they told me that, I didn't give them an answer right away. I said, all right, well, when you guys close, then we'll discuss it. So they ended up closing in June. And, it didn't take me long to kind of sit down and figure things out. And I said to myself, I go, I just can't catch a break. I think it's time to just close the repair shop down, sell all the equipment in there, and use that money to move out of New York State. And I've mentioned it in other videos that New York State is very costly to operate any business in, let alone towing, you know. The insurance is a killer in New York State. The taxes are high, and it's just, you have to fight for every dollar that you earn. And I said, you know what, it's time for a change. So I sold everything, and it worked out really well. I actually sold all my lifts, my compressors, all my big equipment to 2 people. You know, one guy came and he bought 90% of the shop. The other guy came and he bought 10%, and whatever was left behind, I started giving it away for free. And I ended up walking with a nice chunk of change for my move. So for the time being, I'm just gonna focus on towing. I'm actually going to be working out of my truck. As you can see, I normally do my videos in my shop or outside my shop, and as you can see, I'm doing it inside my truck because this is going to be my new office now until I move. Now, I won't say where I'm going because I have a lot of eyes on this channel, and you know, I'm going to have to knock on doors, on the motor club's doors, wherever I go, to kind of get the ball rolling. And I plan on doing some motor club work for the first 6 months until I can get my digital presence on Google and the internet up and going, to get the retail business coming in just like I do now. So I won't say where I'm going. It's going to be in the East Coast here. And that's as much as I'm willing to tell anyone, because like I said, I pissed off most of these motor clubs, and I have paid the ultimate price for it. Nobody calls me. The only club I actually contract and do work for at the moment is Allstate, and Allstate treats me well. They pay me on time every time. I don't have to do the billing. Money's in my account within 48 hours, and there is never a discrepancy when it comes to the billing. I've had one discrepancy in the last 2 years, and they rectified it within 24 hours. So they treat me well, and I will continue to do work for them for the time being. But as of right now, I plan on being out of New York within the next 6 months. But I got a few more videos coming up, you know, with business tips and stuff like that. And hopefully the next couple weeks I'll be able to publish them. And I hope everybody's doing well. I hope that people are, you know, I hope that you're starting to make money again, and we can go back to some kind of normalcy. And that's it for today. And hit like and subscribe. Once again, thank you for supporting this channel, and I've got more coming for you. All right, thank you.